Depending on your fandom, you may know him as the Slim Reaper, the Snake, or that guy who got busted for using burners on Twitter. However you choose to call him, there's no denying that the guy's an actual human cheat code when it comes to basketball.
Indiana's 4 of 5 from long range. Durant's got 11. Craig goes down. Durant has got a highlight!
As for a 7-footer with guard skills, Durant can probably make the top 10 plays of the night compilation whenever he feels like it. Without further ado, here are the top 10 times where he definitely felt like it. That time when he made the comeback of the century. He's done. He'll never be the same again. These were the main narratives after KD tore his Achilles in the 2019 finals against the Raptors. Given how many careers that injury has derailed, we were right to fear the worst. In a sense, they were right. KD wasn't exactly the same. He came back even better, averaging nearly 27, 7, and 6 in his comeback season. Durant looked every bit like the perennial MVP candidate we were used to. I mean, come on. That's impressive for a completely healthy player, let alone one who has just come back from one of the two most devastating injuries in basketball. Number 2, the time he nearly knocked the Bucks out of the playoffs. Eastern Conference Semis, Game 7, 6 seconds to go. Nets down 2. If you're seeing this for the first time, the situation might be giving off some major Raptors 76ers Game 7 vibes. Just like Kawhi, KD puts up a wild shot. He hits the 3. The Bucks lose, the Nets are in the finals. Except they aren't. Toe on the line? It's a 2. The game goes to overtime, and the ending is almost the same. KD once again puts up a turnaround shot, but the magic is drained. He airballs the shot. The Bucks are in the finals. And Giannis gets his first ring 6 games later. But still, KD getting them to Game 7 without Kyrie and an injured Harden deserves plenty of praise. If he was just an inch or two further away when he hit that shot, we'd be talking about one of the greatest game winners in playoff history. This way, it remains one of the greatest what-ifs.
Gets it into Durant. Here is Durant moving on Tucker. He turns, he shoots. Yes! With 1 second remaining.
Number 3, that time he hit the dagger in the finals. After first blowing a 3-1 lead in the West Finals and then joining a 73-9 Warriors team, in a move that caused no controversy whatsoever, KD basically had a guaranteed spot in the finals for as long as the team was healthy and felt like competing. In a completely unexpected turn of events, they swept their way to the finals to face a completely unfamiliar opponent, the Cleveland Cavaliers. This was KD's shot at revenge on LeBron from back in the day when Bron was at the Heat and KD jerseys weren't used for starting bonfires in Oklahoma. KD took his shot and ran with it. Game 3 was going down to the wire with the Cavs up by 2 with 51 seconds left in the game. KD brings it up and pulls up for a deep 3 over LeBron. It's a finals game, and the dude is pulling up as if he was playing pickup. He drills it with pure ice in his veins. The shot puts them up by just 1, but effectively ends the game right then and there.
Incredible opportunity.
Durant for 3. It's good! Kevin Durant from downtown, and Golden State takes the lead.
Honorable mention, that time he didn't need shoes to protect the rim. Sometimes you just gotta feel sorry for the dudes on the other end of some highlights. I mean, it's okay to get blocked, and there's no basketball player alive who didn't get blocked at some point. But when you get blocked by a dude who doesn't have shoes on, it's just something else. That's pretty much what Durant did to Aaron Aflalo on this play. The more you watch the play unfold, the worse it gets, because you see Durant put the shoe down and casually jog over to the rim for the block without any sense of urgency. You could almost see the fear in Aflalo's eyes as he tries to double clutch it and avoid Durant, but it was never meant to be. Number 4, the other time he hit a dagger 3 in the finals. Stop me if any of this sounds familiar. NBA Finals, Cavs, Warriors, close game, Durant with the ball. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and so is Durant. Once again, Game 3, but this time the Warriors are up by 3 with 55 seconds left. He pulls up from almost the exact same spot and delivers the exact same result. He just iced the game and he knows it. The best part is him just walking off after the shot like he hit one in practice. Casual 43-13 for the game.
Kevin Durant way outside, delivers! Kevin Durant from downtown, it's a 6-point game.
Number 5, the time he ended Roy Hibbert. Some of the slightly older viewers may remember the time back when the Pacers were a relevant playoff franchise and a contender. But just like the Raptors, they'd lose to LeBron every year Except that unlike Toronto, they actually made LeBron work for it. Together with PG-13, who was just ascending to superstardom back then, the 7'2" Roy Hibbert, who was anchoring their defense, was a major part of their success. In short, he was easily one of the most intimidating rim protectors in the league back in the day. This just set the stage for KD, who not only tested him, but gave him an F for facial. Honestly, how much of a beast do you have to be to posturize one of the most intimidating defenders in the league and make it look like you weren't even trying?
The field, the Pacers with a 12-point first-half lead. Durant.
Honorable mention, that time he dropped 66 points at Rucker Park. If the Madison Square Garden is the mecca of basketball, Rucker Park in Harlem is the mecca of street ball. Some of the greatest NBA talent and the greatest street ball legends have played in what some consider to be hallowed basketball ground. Even some active NBA pros make an appearance at Rucker during the summer. When KD made his Rucker debut in 2011, people had expectations. When he scored 66 points in his first game, expectations were shattered. Every shot was more impressive than the next, and the crowd around the court got a show. The crowd is probably used to seeing great basketball, so you can probably guess how impressive KD had to be with reactions like these. Number 6. That 4-point play against Memphis. The clutch shot part of KD's resume is pretty long at this point, but this play is just something else. Down 5 with 18 to go, you need a big shot, and it's a playoff game, so you know you'll have to work even harder to get that big shot. Talk about making a big-time something for nothing. Fouled in the corner, falling out of bounds, and with Marc Gasol all over him, KD puts up this shot. An air ball would be perfectly understandable, but the dude actually makes it for a 4-point play. This is the kind of shot that inspires sport movie level comebacks, but OKC apparently didn't get that memo since they still lost the game.
Memphis has had an answer all night. A quick 6-0 run. Allen got a piece of that one. Almost out of bounds somehow. Durant lets it go. Are you kidding me? Kevin Durant!
Number 7. That poster back in the Sonics days. Yeah, the Sonics used to be an NBA team. So here's one for all the nostalgics to shed a tear over. Even back in those days, KD had some pretty awesome highlights you should check out. This was pretty early in KD's pro career, so it was a sign of things to come, in a sense. From the extension, to the way he cocked his arm, to the jam itself, this dunk has some major Vince Carter vibes. It's another one of those plays where you just have to feel sorry for the guy on the receiving end. As if getting dunked on wasn't bad enough already, having the ball hit you in the head on the way down just adds insult to injury. Some people just don't learn that it's probably best to get out of the way when you see KD going to the rim at full speed. Honorable mention, the crossover against Portland. 7-footers aren't supposed to be able to do this kind of thing. That's exactly why KD's a cheat code. He pretty much does it all in this play. Bring it up, drop the defender, draw in 2 extra defenders, and dump it off for the dunk. When you see plays like this, you can't help but wonder how it's possible that this OKC team never won the title. Number 8. That time he stuffed Booker. This sequence screams peak Golden State Warriors. Durant, Curry, and the rest of the team were unstoppable with a high-octane offense and a stifling defense feeding into each other. Here is a perfect example. Booker thinks he has an easy dunk until Durant delivers a chase-down block. Curry gets the rebound, takes it up the court, and what was supposed to be an easy dunk turns into a 3 on the other end. Sure, this isn't one of those vicious chase downs that launches the ball into orbit, but the casual way KD executes it and how he directs the ball to stay in bounds is anything but something you see every day.
And Booker will get the freebie. No! Durant saved it! Curry 3. Good!
Those 2 times he took Randall for a ride. Yeah, we're cheating and making this a 2-for-1. Anyway, if anyone asks if KD has good handles, just show them these 2 clips.
Bergs with the miss. Here comes Durant. Crossover. Down goes Randall.
I'm not sure if KD has something personal against Randall, or if he just likes the matchup that much, but Randall has been his victim a couple of times so far. I don't know what is worse between these 2.
Here in the first quarter, Durant showing Randall every move he's got and then some.
Sure, KD dropped him like a bad habit on the crossover, but that series of direction changes had Randall looking even more powerless. Just look at how he gave up on the idea of staying in front of KD in the end. That change of direction on the layup is just the cherry on top. Number 10. That time he did the Dr. J Layup against Denver. Talk about a blast from the past. NBA fans of all ages probably know Dr. J's iconic layup from behind the backboard. The thing even has its own mini documentary. That's how epic it was. It's one of those plays you feel privileged to see in your lifetime, and you know you'll probably never see it again. Well, anyone too young to have watched Dr. J got their own version of the iconic play thanks to KD. It might not be a perfect one-for-one replica of the original, but it doesn't need to be. KD put his own twist on the play to give us one of the greatest layups of our generation.
Durant right around Chandler. Oh, come on! Oh, wow!
That's it for the list. There are just too many impressive KD plays to fit even into a full-length movie, let alone a single YouTube video. Feel free to let us know in the comments below which other KD moments you think should have made the cut. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on NBA Zone.